Okay, just wanted to demonstrate a little sample that I took this weekend and loaded into the V-Synth to make a cool sound. So we were hiking around a lake here in Indiana and recorded the sound of a rock being thrown onto the ice. It was a little bit icy. And that is the sound. It had kind of like an echoey ping to it. So I recorded that on my phone, transferred it into the V-Synth, and then thought it needed a little bit more, so I also recorded the sound of a piano off of my Kronos, just a single note, C4. That was it. So with those two, I did a little bit of work, and I first played around with that ice sound, and got this sort of almost a clav sound. This has two oscillators. If I turn the first one off, you get this first, or the second one off, you get this first one, which is that sound, but with the sideband filter too. If I turn that off, you get that more percussive sound. Turn this on and you get some harmonics with it. Also sounds a little weird because we're applying a time envelope where we set the time offset to 0 and then added this envelope where the time immediately slows down and kind of holds at a low sustain level with a short decay. So it stretches that out quite a bit. And then we've got that, and we're using the type 3 structure, so we have each oscillator into its own COSM processor. So the second one then, if I turn oscillator 1 off and turn it on, we get more of the just percussive sound without the pitch. Again, has a bit of a time envelope to it. And it is running through just a regular low-pass filter, 12 dB per octave, and the cutoff is about half. There's an envelope, and then it has some velocity sensitivity. And then we have the TVA turned on for additional velocity sensitivity with the volume. So we have that. When we put the two together, it's the same sample, but kind of put together. We have some effects too. There's a dynamic processor, chorus 2, and then reverb hall 1. A little bit clacky, could sound good on the right track, but I wasn't totally happy with that, and that's where I got to the piano. So I decided to make that piano sample. I'm going to go here, and I put that in, added a slight time envelope to make it longer, and then have it just running through a low-pass filter with velocity sensitivity and a little bit of hall reverb, no chorus, and a stereo delay. Now, both of these usually you would do in the sample encoding because they're instruments backing our ensemble. I actually did both of these as solo so that I had some ability to play with formant as well. And I believe on this sample, I have some the key follow for the formant, so it changes a bit as you go up, which is pretty subtle. Then we have some key tracking as well on the frequency filter cutoff. So I made that first as its own sound and then copied it into a second sound where I layered it with the less pitched version of the ice sound. Now this time I'm using type 1 structure, so I have both oscillators together before they go into the COSM filter, and I'm only using the first one with the same filter settings that I had on just a piano. But together, you get that piano sound, which sounds a little muted and different from a regular piano, but you get it with the ice, the rock hitting the ice. think it's quite nice. The only thing is when you are using two oscillators both using PCM type sounds with variphrase on, it does cut the polyphony all the way down to 4, basically 4 or 5. You'll hear it cuts out. There's some voice stealing happening on this, but you can hear it right there. Cuts off, but I think it is quite nice, and it goes well with the Opsix, and I've got a Jupiter-X patch going here too, so a little improvisation.
Thanks for watching.